Welcome to the Campfire Curmudgeon Podcast.
Welcome.
My name is Nick.
And I'm Heidi Schilling.
Welcome. What are we talking about today?
You didn't say your
Heidi?
last name today, so I said mine.
It's Jones.
I know, but I thought we'd switch it up a little bit.
And also, you're doing the branding thing. You're shilling for your thoughts.
I'm doing it. I mean, you can already. It's too late. Future job searches. It's too late.
Okay.
Are you tired?
I'm a little tired.
You look tired. You look weary. Are you world weary?
World weary.
I'm sorry.
Use more ice skating.
Ice skating, yeah. But we're not doing that. We're podcasting. Nicholas, tell everybody why it's been so long since, an episode has come out.
I don't know.
Because Nicholas decides that instead of doing a podcast, he's going to watch ice skating every night. True or false, Nicholas Jones?
It's not true.
Liar.
You could have said, we're going to record. And I'm like,
I did. And I came over 3 times. And we watched ice skating 3 times.
You didn't say that you were coming over the explicit purpose of podcasting.
I did. And I had mics out and a computer up.
Well, it's my house. It's messy. There are always mics out. This
is true. Anyways, it's Nick's fault we haven't recorded, so you can send all your hate mail to him. What's your personal email address?
CampfireCurmudgeon@gmail.com.
There you go. Send us your Nick hate mail so we can read it live. I really want to do that.
Roast me.
Ooh, can we do that?
No.
Don't roast me. I'm too delicate.
I'm the sensitive one.
I know.
You're made of iron, especially your cast iron heart.
That's true. What are we going to do today?
What are we going to do today?
We're going to do a podcast, Nick.
Okay. Well, no shit.
Today we're going to talk about, what do you want to call them? Rituals? Sleepover games?
Kid stuff?
Kid stuff. I don't want to call it that.
No.
Let's call it, rituals. We're going to talk about all the dumb shit that we know you have tried when you're at a sleepover or when you're, I don't know, drunk at home alone.
I don't know what your sleepovers were like as a child. We just watched, we played GoldenEye and watched, R-rated movies that our parents wouldn't let us.
That's what we did too, but we also then tried to summon demons.
Yeah, I'm sure it happened a lot in the Schilling household.
No, I wasn't a Schilling, first off.
Oh, that's right. The Miller household.
It was more like the Thomas household. Hi, Paula. She knows. GoldenEye, that was...
Yeah.
What was the other one we always did? I think, was that the one...
No.
There was one that was that was for PC that we used to play all the time.
Doom?
Was it Doom? Oh, God. Paula's, screaming it right now.
Or Descent?
No, there was one we played all the time, and we were so good at it. Anyway.
Oregon Trail.
Definitely not that one. I always died of dysentery.
Yes.
Always.
I always lost, half my shit fording a river.
I don't think I even got that far.
Yeah.
I think it was just start the game, you're dead.
Yeah. Or what would happen is basically the wagon would break down and I'd go bear hunting, but I wouldn't be able to carry all the bear meat back to the camp.
I don't remember the game being this,
So it's
intense. I just remember dying repeatedly.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't know how to play it.
So basically it's I'm just going to bear hunt until I die.
Well, how about let's Bloody Mary until we die? No, don't make drinks. Put that down.
Anyway, Bloody Mary's gross.
We're not making drinks. We're talking about the game that I'm sure everybody has heard of. Bloody Mary is probably one of the most well-known ones, I would say. Do you know the story of that one?
Is it like Candyman, kind of?
See, that's the thing. I had never heard of Candyman until I was trying to find a little bit more research on the Bloody Mary one.
Uh-huh.
What do you know about the Candyman one?
I don't know anything.
Nothing? Okay, you knew the name.
Apparently,
you know the name, now on the watch.
It's a horror movie series starring Tony something. He plays one of the bad guys in The Rock, and it's a horror movie series. Tony Todd, where basically he can be summoned. Chris, you're producing this. Just go ahead and jump on mic and.
Yeah, let's get somebody who knows something on.
All right, it's based on a short story by Clive Barker.
Okay.
And, stars Tony Todd. It's based on the Bloody Mary thing, but Clive Barker kind of took it and ran with it.
So,
yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
It's I like to think I'm a movie guy, but then I have to actually toss it to the actual
and
movie guy.
And then the movie guy's here, so then now you can't be like, I know movies, I'm Nicholas. Let me Nicopedia at you.
with half-baked information. Yeah. It's starring the guy
Emphasis
from The Rock.
baked.
No, not that guy. No, the other one. No, the other one. No, the other one. That guy. I think he was like, do you like... Elton John? I don't like that soft shit. And he goes, well, it's just ironic because it's you. You're the Rocket Man. And then he fires the rocket and Tony shoots Tony Todd out a window with a rocket. It's great. It's such a badly written scene. It's so funny. I'm happy just thinking about that scene right now.
The only information that I could find on the Candyman was that it's the same as Bloody Mary, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, not that Bloody Mary
and it
makes
turns
sense.
into a slasher film.
Yeah, well, I looked it up and it was like, it was a slave who fell in love with this guy's daughter because he went to paint her. So they cut off his hand and gave him a hook. And then they threw bees at him, and the bees killed him and he died. So how long did they have from the time they cut his hand off to fashion him a hook, to make him a hook? Did they then let him live and then decide later on to kill him with bees? Or did this all happen in one go? I have so many questions. Why is he called the Candyman? Because of bees?
These aren't rhetorical questions.
Did they give candy?
Chris.
Chris looks so scared. He's like, please stop asking. I don't have the answers. Please stop.
Most of it's explained in the sequel, Candyman 2.
Okay, give me the answers. He has answers. Look
Origin
at
story.
I don't know. I haven't seen the sequel in years, so.
Chris, what good are you?
I can look it up.
I tried. I'm like, why is he the Candyman?
Well, you're looking for this podcast. The Candyman is fictional.
Fine.
So,
You're fictional.
See, he's the curmudgeon now.
yeah.
Oh no, I'm outnumbered.
Bye.
I can't be outnumbered. Well, that one to me didn't make sense, so I don't really want to talk about it because it's boring. Just go say Candyman in the mirror 5 times. Tell us what happens.
Fictional.
Tell us what happens. I want to see what happens. Bloody Mary, I think, is one everybody knows, so we'll talk about that
Is that where you
later.
go in a dark bathroom, spin in a circle, and just say Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary,
There's
Bloody Mary,
variants
Bloody
on
Mary,
it.
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary,
Oh,
Bloody
wow.
Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Sorry, I need to
Reset?
reboot.
Can we turn them off and on again? Hang on.
Ow!
Not your off switch.
You stabbed me.
Nicholas, are you on Twitter?
Yes.
God. Chris, you're producing this hot mess. What's happening?
So I was
Your
just
guys' show.
asking you what Bloody Mary is.
So,
And I
Bloody
asked you if
Mary,
it was my interpretation of the dumb
it's
thing.
a sleepover game
Oh,
or
really? Okay.
a weird ritual. We can call it a mirror ritual, where you're supposed to go in a dark room, like a bathroom, because that's the room with the mirror, and you're supposed to turn off the lights. You can have a candle or not. It's optional, but most agree that having the candle definitely helps with the ritual. So you light a candle, stick it in front of the mirror, and then you need to say Bloody Mary's name a certain amount of times.
The amount of times I said it?
3 times is usually all it takes. I think you would have summoned several Bloody Marys.
Cool.
I've seen other variants like 5 times, 6 times, but 3 seems to be the most common. And Bloody Mary, it may be based off of a few different things. Some people think that it's based off of Mary, Queen of England, who reigned during the Tudor period. She was called Bloody Mary because of how often she violently executed people. She burnt people at the stake for heresy.
Charming.
Yeah, and she reigned a little over 5 years. She was not able to have children. And this kind of comes into play in certain variations of the Bloody Mary game. There's things to do with the baby, so they think that might be where. There's also Elizabeth Bathory, and even though her name's not Mary,
Elizabeth Bathory?
you know about Elizabeth Bathory.
Do I?
Don't you?
No.
You don't?
Don't
She
tell.
bathed in blood to save her youthful appearance. She believed that bathing in the blood of young girls would keep her young and beautiful.
Wait, human blood?
That was what I said. Yeah, she used to take young girls as prisoner, have them executed, and bathe in their blood.
Did it work?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, is she still young? Is she still around?
She is not still around. And I think that's kind of interesting because her name was Elizabeth, but people think it might have been people combining the Elizabeth Bathory story with the Queen of England, Queen Mary story, getting, history mixed up and creating this myth. But the way you play the game is with different chants, and sometimes where I said the baby comes in is there's where you would say like Bloody Mary, I stole your baby, and if you say that, she's supposed to attack you. So I guess the point of this game is to get attacked by a vengeful ghost spirit or mirror person.
Is it like one of those like tests of courage?
Yes,
Okay.
It's like I dare you to go play Bloody Mary. Go play Bloody Mary, Nicholas.
No, I'm a chicken.
I know you are. You won't do it. We're going to get you a candle. Just go light your candle and go say, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, I stole your baby. Doesn't that sound like fun? So what happens if you do it right is you'll see a really scary image of a lady covered in blood.
Is it going to be in the reflection?
In the mirror, yep.
Okay, because is this like the classic Paul F. Tompkins bit of the cliche of, like a character in a movie enters in a bathroom and you see him in the reflection, and then he bends down or moves away or he obscures the background, and then when he moves back, and then when you can see the background again, there's the monster.
Yes, except it's going to take place it's going to be in front of your reflection. So your reflection's not going to be there. It's going to be a scary, bloody lady. And that's if you do it right. And then you can either have your eyes get ripped out.
Ooh.
You might have claw marks on you. You'll mysteriously...
Wait, what kind of claw marks?
Bloody Mary claw marks.
Like from her fingernails and
Yeah.
stuff? No. I mean, she's...
You don't want that?
No.
No claw marks?
I'm anti-claw marks.
All right. You may disappear from the bathroom and end up in the mirror forever.
Has this ever happened?
Oh, according to the internet, of course it has.
But no one's ever claimed to have lost a best friend or their child.
According to the internet, but...
Are those people that just murdered their best friend or their child?
Potentially. As for anything like ever, not that I could find, but you could also be driven insane, or you can drop dead. You're stealing my beer?
No. It's sour beer. It's gross.
It's delicious.
No.
It's sour like my personality. Sour and bitter.
We're just trying to grow our audience, okay?
Oh, right. Growing our audience.
Means you have to be
Welcome,
nice.
campers.
Yes.
Sorry.
Be positive.
Positive. I lost my other
Also known
notes.
as B+.
I'm positive that I can't find my other notes about the witch.
He was called the Candyman because he was covered in honey to attract the bees that killed him.
Awesome timing.
It was bees.
Yeah,
Yes.
It was bees.
That's awesome.
It was bees,
Yeah,
yes. It was,
you
he
just
was covered in honey.
you just pump the clutch and
I know he saw. He's
drop
like,
that right back
I'm
in.
on
Yeah,
it.
just like we're about to hit a dead area. Oh, by the way, Candyman. All right, thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris, but come back. I still can't find my notes. There was...
Now I'm just thinking the Job episode where he's like, we'll see who makes more honey. He thinks we're talking about bees again. No bees. I said no bees. He's got a bee.
What are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about a show you don't like.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of shows.
It's just one show.
Okay. Are you talking about all the shows I don't like?
Yes.
There's
I'm talking about
also-
all the shows you don't like. I can't wait to describe to you what you don't think of them.
You've definitely done that before. Nick-splaining award. There is a variation of the Bloody Mary myth called the Mary Worth. And instead of her being just kind of like some unknown figure, Mary Worth was supposed to be
Was it Mary Worth a
specific...
comic character, like in the comic strip, and like
sure.
growing up remember when newspapers had a comics page?
They still do.
Okay, but do you remember
Some
they had
people
like
call it the funnies.
Okay, do you remember it was like Kathy, and then they would have like a non-comic
Yep.
one that was serious, and it was
Yeah.
basically like, oh, this is a soap opera, this is for the adults, and it's like,
Yeah.
who reads that?
People in the bathroom.
Like, oh, this is office humor from 1985. Like, ugh.
Oh, there's lots of people that still read that. The Mary Worth version states that a witch...
Like Kathy? Ack!
I'm going to ack you in a second if you keep interrupting me.
Sorry, Mary Worth.
Was a witch that lived over 100 years ago. I'm trying not to get cut off again.
What was her estimated net worth?
Her estimated net worth was 3 black cats and a cauldron. You didn't think I was going to go with it.
I didn't.
Yes,
I'm so happy with that. That's great.
And she dabbled in the black arts. She was found out, and they executed her.
How? It's very important.
Probably in a bloody way, because, Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
So in this version, you still say Bloody Mary, because that's her nickname, but then this witch, Mary Worth, appears, and she's the one that's the most likely to pull you into the mirror and kidnap you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's on Twitter again. What are we talking about, Nick?
How Bloody Mary died.
Really? How'd she die?
Bloodily.
So we're going to give you a candle now. We've got it all set up in the bathroom. All right, fine. How about another game? Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
What is this? I keep hearing about this.
You don't know about this one?
No, you'll have to describe
Really?
it. Well, that's kind of what our listeners are here for, to find out things they don't know.
I bet they know.
Or to listen to us be jackasses.
Probably that one. They're listening to us secretly hoping we fail.
How could we fail? We're starting from the bottom, like Drake.
And now we're here.
Yes, in your ear holes.
In your ear balls. This was one that my friends and I definitely played, and we didn't do this just at sleepovers. We were like, recess, time to do a ritual. Light as a feather, stiff as a board, go. So in this one, you get one participant to lay on the floor. And I don't think we ever did this part, but you're supposed to say she's looking ill. And a few other people are supposed to mimic it. She's looking ill, she's looking ill. And then somebody will start off, she's looking worse. And a few other people will say, she's looking worse, she's looking worse. And then she's dying.
This is supposed to be on like a Jetsons, Sharks, West Side Story, like call and response, like she's looking worse, she's looking worse, she's looking bad, she's looking bad. Like
basically, but less like
rah rah sispumba. Like let's finger snapping.
When you're a jet, you're okay. Less like that, more just like one person starts and everybody else kind of follows. So she's dying, and then she is dead, she is dead, she is dead. And once everybody says that, then you're supposed to take just 2 fingers on each hand underneath the person, and then you levitate them. So you're using just the tips of your fingers to lift the individual, levitate them off the ground, because they're dead and weightless now. That's the game.
And how does it work?
Well, some people say that the reason it works... I mean, I know the reason it worked when we did it was because we flat out cheated and lifted the person above our heads and we're like, yes, we are all powerful. But the reason it works is even if you're just using a couple fingers, if the person is
stiff as a board,
if they're holding themselves rigidly and everyone in the circle is distributed evenly, then you all are just technically lifting like a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
So it should be easy. I mean, that's debatable. As someone who has tried to play this game, we definitely dropped each other on our heads. That's probably what's wrong with me. That was concussion number 3, wasn't it, guys?
Oh, no.
No, I think I've just had 2. It's fine. But that's the game. Sound like fun?
Yeah, we should do that with the 3 people.
With the 3 of us? Definitely.
Right now.
All right, Chris. Get ready. We're going to levitate you. Light as a feather, stiff as a board.
He's looking worse. He's looking worse.
Dead. I'm just kidding.
He looks really sad.
Oh, we made him sad.
But look, he's floating. Oh my God. All right. Yeah.
Does it sound like fun?
Yeah.
So you didn't play any games like this?
We did Trust Falls.
Oh.
And I got dropped.
Did Trust. Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
It's kind of... Is that a metaphor for your life?
It's very sad,
yeah. Trust falls, and then I was dropped. Well, that's basically the game. There's really not much to that one, and it's just supposed to be kind of like you're using your power, and it's a little bit like the person who you're saying, oh, you're dead, they're supposed to act as if they are dead, and they're supposed to help you by using their power, so it doesn't work if you don't believe in it. So you have to all be 100% in, or someone gets dropped on their head. But that's how you play the game. Yeah,
I know. It sounds like fine for kids to play, but can you imagine going to like a house party and then like you're in a room of like 33, 34-year-old people, and then
I would
like,
totally be
the
in
host
for
is
it.
like, okay guys, we're gonna play light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Well, my only concern is, will I break a nail?
Yeah.
If that's a concern.
And then they give you oven mitts.
I mean, still, I'll be the lifter and not the lifter. I don't think any more brain damage will hurt at this point, and then I don't risk breaking a nail. I'm down. So you're going to have a house party, and we're going to play. That's what he's saying. You're all invited, all of our curmudgeons and campfires.
Oh, no.
They're all invited. One last game here, and this one we're going to play. You want to play a game?
Yeah. Well, sure.
Do you?
I don't have any pencils.
How'd you know I needed pencils?
Because I actually pay attention when you say, Nicholas, I'm researching this. Look at it. Like,
oh, I didn't think that was a thing. This is the Charlie pencil game?
ow.
Pay attention.
Is it called Hit Nick in the Forehead?
Yes.
Okay.
No, what did I say it was called?
The Charlie pencil game.
I don't know if that's actually what it's called. That's just what I keep calling it because I'm
This is a
I'm
very
confused.
credibly sourced podcast, Heidi. Let's not diminish the journalistic integrity of Campfire.
I would
Curmudgeon.
never. We use only 100% legitimate sources.
And I'm a journalist.
Like Exemplar.com and CastleofSpirits.com.
Tobin Spirit Guide.
No, CastleofSpirits.com. That one's a little bit harder to find.
That was a Ghostbusters joke.
I know, and I made a joke about how rare it was.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Raise a cult.
The short story, the Clive Barker short story Candyman was based on is called The Forbidden.
Thank you, Chris. We should have him here more often.
Yes.
See, he's really keeping us on track, don't you notice? We are not going off the rails at all.
This is a
Nick is
tangent-free
not
podcast.
high.
Yeah.
I am not drinking. This is gold. The Charlie game. I guess it's just called the Charlie game, but I really like calling it the Charlie pencil game.
Did the kid who, like, did the brother of Charlie Bit Me kid invent this game?
Definitely.
Okay.
No,
Charlie Bit Me.
it's like, I guess, a variation of another game that Spanish speakers may know as Juega de la Lapicera, or, something better because I didn't pronounce that well. I mean, I got close. But yeah, Juego de la Lapicera. Right there.
Game of Lapicera.
Yep.
Lapicera.
Yep.
Lapicera.
There you go.
Lapicera. 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 Ah. Lapicera. Lapicera. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. So this was a game. It was kind of like an 8-ball game.
Chris, what's it like to produce a podcast with literally no content or subject?
Hey, there's content. I got notes. Okay. There's a page of it. I'm just not reading them because I get distracted easily and it's on a small screen.
Yeah.
Anyways, paper. You get a piece of paper and you make an X with your pencils, and in one quadrant you're going to write no, and then next to it yes, and then underneath it no, next to it yes.
So you're going to spin the pencil like a roulette wheel, kind of.
No. So you're going to have like 4 boxes.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, we're going to post a picture on our Instagram and our Facebook so you can follow along.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to post them on time this time, I swear. Not like a week after I drop the episode. I'm on it. So you set those up.
Uh-huh.
And you ask Charlie questions. So one of the most common things is people will ask questions about, like, is this person going to ask me to the prom, or am I going to marry this guy or whatever? And Charlie answers by moving the pencils. So you just set the pencils up and let them be. And they're supposed to move on their own.
Okay.
So basically you have yes or no questions.
Yes.
There's other variations of it where
No.
instead we
Yes.
put Nicholas in a corner and leave him there till the end of the podcast.
Okay.
There is a variation I've seen where girls will like get a picture of 4 different guys they have a crush on.
Oh.
And put them in the quadrant and then say, Charlie, who's going to ask me to the prom? Or Charlie, who am I going to marry? Or something like that. And the pencils will fall or move towards,
where they may, yeah.
Yes, towards the answer.
So whatever spiritual energy Charlie has, he's really invested in the sex lives of preteens and teenagers.
I mean, that makes Charlie sound a little bit creepy now. I'm kind of concerned. But yeah, basically, that's how you play the game. Do you want to play the game?
Who's going to marry me? Is it the first guy who asked me out in high school?
Definitely.
That'll
Never
make
know.
for a healthy 30s and 40s, right?
Right. We're going to take a quick second here. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to actually...
While I get stabbed.
We're going to set something up here. We're going to get Charlie set up, and we're going to ask Charlie some questions and find out if Nicholas's house is haunted. And then we're going to conjure something.
Oh, it's haunted.
I know. Oh, wait. Hold up. Screech! Back up the bus. Backing it up.
Wait, did you just do your
The
own?
curmudgeon.
Sorry, he's here for sound effects, not
No,
you.
but I have to do my own.
Okay.
It's more authentic.
You should, like, Chris,
The curmudgeon said his place is haunted. Hold up.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Bullshit.
It might be.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
When you've been up and we're editing on my computer, and then it's like, oh, sounds like there's people downstairs.
And you thought someone broke into your place? Wait, what is that sound? We just finished editing the podcast. There's nothing going on. I'm like, yeah, I always hear that. And it's always, you're got the headphones on, editing the podcast. I'm like, hey, what was that? Oh, nothing. I don't hear anything. And then I look crazy. The one time you actually hear it, you freaked out.
Yeah, I did.
A little bit. I get a text the next day. I was up all night. We're breaking the curmudgeon, you guys. We are breaking him. It's happening. But we're going to get this set up, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk some Charlie.
Okay.
Okie dokie. All right, so we got 2 pens because we have no pencils in Nick's house, apparently.
Yeah, what is this wee stuff? I'm not an artist.
I have
I don't need pencils.
Pens, because you said you don't have any. No, I don't think you do draw lines. He's drawing lines. So
it says to draw lines.
I thought you just...
Yeah, draw lines. Yes, no.
He's so lazy, he's not even writing yes. He's
no.
making marks that are supposed to be N's and Y's, I think. We don't even have a flat surface. We need a picture of this. Here, just scooch my beer. Scooch it more. Scooch your mic back.
This is riveting.
So we got 2 pens, and we got a paper, and now we are going to place the pens on the paper.
Are you even looking at the visual guide? It says to put one pen like this first.
Oh, no, I am not. Are you sure? How do you know that one goes first?
Because it did.
Okay, so the horizontal one goes first.
Yeah, it goes on the
and then
x-axis.
We got the vertical one. Calm down, Charlie. We haven't asked you anything yet. So now we're supposed to say, Charlie, can we play?
Charlie, can we play?
And they're not moving.
They're pens.
Charlie doesn't want to play with us.
Don't you have to put it on where it's balanced?
Are you supposed to balance it?
Yes.
Oh, man. This game is hard, you guys.
Especially with the clicky pen.
I'm going to rip its clicky off.
Fine.
No, I won't sacrifice your pen. We
It's
might
okay.
have to. We're going to sacrifice the clicky. I can't do it. It's not coming off. How come... Maybe that's why you use pencils.
Yeah, probably,
They've
because they're
got those
hexagonal.
little hexagon. How do you not have pencils?
Because I don't.
Not even one?
Nope.
Can we play this with, forks,
We're
knives?
going to have to do another episode on this. I think it needs to be on another pencil, because 2 hexagonal surfaces being flat.
I don't have 2 hexagonal surfaces.
Yeah, you don't.
Excuse me. Rude. All right, well, that was our Charlie pencil game.
Why are you listening to this?
Because we're funny.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Chris, save us.
No, there's no saving us.
Like Barker was born in Liverpool in 1952.
So we're using different equipment again.
Mm-hmm.
It turns out the other time we thought we were using different equipment, we were just using the mic on my computer. So that's why when you guys came back and said, yeah, the sound quality wasn't great and we could hear every sound you made, including sniffling. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Now we actually have some mics hooked up. So if this doesn't sound as good as normal, please let us know. If it sounds
we want
better,
some listener feedback.
let us know. Give us feedback. Tell us we suck.
Because we're not
Tell
going
us
to
we
quality
don't suck.
check our own show.
I mean, do you have important things to say, Nicholas?
Nope.
All right. Chris,
saying
can
these
you
are
plug
games
some
kids
stuff?
play, and we didn't really even play when I was a kid.
Tour Theory on tourtheorypod.com, a show I do with Nick. Listen to that.
if you guys want to hear a podcast that's actually sort of thought out and has
And hear me be a
things to
grump
say.
about movies.
Oh, wow. Hear you be a grump. So if you guys want something totally different from this, you should check it out. Their podcast, where can they find you? On the interwebs?
Oh, at Nicholas Edward J on Twitter.
All right. You don't want a Twitter?
I don't have a Twitter.
Yeah.
Chris is like, nope. I don't have a Twitter either. It's okay.
It's probably a valuable use of your time to not have
We've
a
got a Twitter. It's
CF Curmudge.
at Twitter. How's
How's
that work? I don't know. I don't have a Twitter.
It's at capital C, capital F, Curmudge. And that's our Twitter.
And you can find us at campfirecurmudgeon.com. You can also...
Please email us at campfirecurmudgeon@gmail.com.
That's where you can email us. We'd love to have your emails. We also, on our website and our Facebook, we have a phone number.
Like us and follow us.
Yeah, you can even text us. How cool is that? You can text us. You can call us. You can leave us a voicemail. You can leave us love mail, hate mail, okay mail, whatever you want to do.
If you're listening to this, text us to the phone number on the on the Facebook page right now with your zip code and what time it is when you're listening to this.
Yeah. You can also tell us anything else through there to give us your stories. If you don't really feel like putting it anywhere else, you're a texter. Text away. You can find us on Instagram, also at Campfire Curmudgeon. That's where we post all of the fun pictures. Thanks, guys. Keep the campfire burning.
Bye.